I can
And who
talk
are
to him?
you to come before me? You bear the insignia of the bear, yet you do not wear it as a soldier of the West wears it.
If you have any chance of taking the Hoover, what Caesar gives you orders beyond the grave?
Caesar's will is the will of the Legion and the West.
Caesar,
All beneath the
Caesar,
flag
whatever.
of the Great Bear exists to test the strength of the Legion. The West shall fall as the East fell, and all the tribes that stretch to the setting sun shall bear the mark of the Legion.
Maybe you're willing to listen to reason.
I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the Bear. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater.
Speech. This battle is decided. That's why I'm here.
So you seek quarter? Terms of surrender? Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us. Save your speeches. We will take Hoover Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them.
Move forward. The Legion spent years trying to take the Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only legates such as Graham, who deserve the fire Caesar blessed him with. Now I am here, and make markers of your people as the Legion carves its way west.
And then what? Then what of the East?
You speak in circles. What of the East? I am the East, and I will prove it this day.
If you need all of the East to crush the West...
The victory here shall be swift. Our forces shall take the dam, secure it, then build a road west on the bodies of the NCR. The East will hold. Once across the Colorado, nothing to rival Hoover Dam remains.
It is not the strength of the West that will slow you. It is their weakness.
Your weakness? You seek to thwart me by claiming the Legion is too strong for you?
The NCR's weakness is its size. It'll take your entire army to hold the West.
That does not mean we would not succeed.
Eventually, but moving your whole army west means losing the East. You can't hold both.
The East was a hard-fought campaign. Even now, Caesar drew too much of the Legion's blood needed there for this. Hoover Dam is but a place. I will not have it be the gravestone of the Legion, whether quickly, or as you describe, slowly, by attrition.
The victory is wisdom, Legate.
As for wisdom, there is wisdom in your words, man of the West. Know that I shall return east. I shall not remain there forever. On that day, the strength of the Bear shall be tested. If the West is one day filled with ones such as you, perhaps it shall be a worthy fight indeed.
If you feel that war matters that much, perhaps you will see differently in time.
My coming would have saved you, set your people free in ways they cannot see. War would have tested them, broken the weak with its violence, yet allowing the strong to arise. Violence gave you that strength, awakened you. I can see it upon your face, where 2 bullets left their mark. Perhaps it is unfortunate Wolpex was not here to hear your words. Something tells me you would prove more than his match. Until the day when our armies meet again, NCR, I shall wait for you on the battlefield.
Oh, wow. Having 100 speech made that awesome. I didn't have to fight the crazy looking dude. I just had to talk him down. Oh, the battle is won. It's finished. I can go back. I can tell him that I basically told him that it was foolish and use my great wisdom / speech in order to convince him to leave. There's still some guys over there though. Oh, there's some dogs. Which Veronica felt needed to be punched to death before we could leave. Alright, moving on. Whoa! Yeah, you're walking, that's cool.
That's a fine bit of work back there. Truth told, I'm surprised you made it out of there in one piece. You and the dam. I'm impressed to say the least, and that's no easy thing. You've secured NCR's future. The administration sends its thanks for what it's worth.
It was my duty, General. I was glad to help out.
And we're glad to have you. And whether you're a soldier of the Republic or not, you're it in my eyes. Sometimes the Republic gets lost along the way while it's trying to follow its instincts. But when soldiers like you come along, it helps them get back on track and does it by example. And what you've done here today, that's gonna keep us going for a while.
What happens now?
We clean up, take prisoners, watch the east for any more trouble from the Legion. Though I think they're still running, according to our scouts. After that, we'll see what happens when the dust settles and how the Mojave looks now without Caesar coming for its throat. Something tells me we better enjoy this breather while we can. And if that means Vegas, then you and the troops have earned it.
Maybe traveling is in order.
Can't keep the courier spirit down, eh? Fair enough. We'll clean up here. Kind of curious how this is going to pan out in the long run. But I guess history will tell us in its own sweet time.
Another level up. Maybe repair and medicine up. Let's go with that.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. The new California Republic celebrated its second victory at Hoover Dam, establishing definitive control over the entire Mojave Wasteland. Soon after, they negotiated terms to annex the Strip, Freeside, and many surrounding communities. The Mojave Wasteland, at long last, had entirely fallen under the NCR's banner. The courier, fair and even-handed in his dealings throughout the wasteland, was honored by the NCR for his support of the military at Hoover Dam. He was presented with the Golden Branch, the highest civilian decoration given by the Republic.
Though some super mutants in Nightkin continued to journey to the legendary Utopia, they found little trace of its existence. Some eventually found their way to Jacobstown, but many wandered off into the wastes, confused and disheartened.
With the help of the Gunrunners, the Boomers developed a healthy trading relationship with the NCR. Eventually, the Boomers began wandering out into the wasteland, while still preventing outsiders from entering Nellis.
The Brotherhood and the NCR in the Mojave Wasteland declared an official truce, despite continued hostilities between the two in the west. As per their agreement, the NCR handed over all suits of salvaged power armor, and in return, the Brotherhood helped patrol I-15 and Highway 95.
Never weakened by NCR, the Fiends staged an attack against Camp McCarran during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam. Though NCR repulsed the Fiends, they suffered heavy losses in the process.
After the NCR's victory at the dam, the followers of the Apocalypse were pushed out of Old Mormon Fort during its occupation by NCR forces. NCR further encouraged them to leave Outer Vegas entirely, and the followers had no choice but to comply.
Good Springs saw more trade along I-15 after NCR gained control of the Mojave Wasteland, but with that came a heavy burden of the Republic's taxes. Some old-timers, unable to handle the cost, were forced to move on, grumbling all the while.
After generations of being beaten down, the great Khans were finally broken by the courier. Those few who avoided the courier's wrath moved north into the wilderness of Idaho, where they tried once more to rebuild.
After the NCR victory at Hoover Dam, the temporary truce between them and the Kings blossomed into a full-scale relief effort for the people. While the NCR made repeated entreaties that Freeside join the Republic, the Kings steadfastly maintained their independence.
Having never received a replacement brain, Rex finally succumbed to old age, abruptly shutting down forever one quiet morning. After 2 centuries of life and decades of service to humanity, Rex collapses and dies.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
With the dam firmly in their grasp, the NCR turned its attention towards wresting the correctional facility from Powder Ganger hands. The Powder Gangers are no match for the battle-hardened troops of the NCR, and summary execution awaited the Powder Gangers who managed to survive.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 Powder Gang tormented the Mojave Wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
After Hoover Dam, Sheriff Myers runs Prim with his own style of frontier justice. He deals with most folks fairly, but now and then someone winds up dead with little to no evidence against them.
And so the Courier's Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Well, I'm not happy with some of those outcomes. Some, like in the beginning, I was like, oh, this all sounds good, and then it starts to say all the stuff that went wrong, and the Great Khan's being destroyed, and then the Fiends taking out Camp Karen, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should have just fought the Fiends to get to that thing instead of taking the easy way and just walking past them all, and I don't know. It's interesting. It seemed I tried to play a good character, but in the end I couldn't do enough good in some respects, and sometimes I ended up having to do the not so good way of doing things just to do it fast. I don't know. Overall, I really enjoyed the game, but I'm not extremely happy with that outcome. There was good and bad, but I guess that would be so no matter what I did. I don't think there would be a way to make everything perfect. And if there was, I'd probably have to spend a huge amount of time to make it so. Yeah, it seems like it's hard to make a perfect game, but it's easy to mess up or just do things the easy way. But yeah, excellent game. So what now, I suppose, is the question. Can I skip the credits? Congratulations, you've completed Fallout New Vegas. Would you like to load a save prior to the Hoover Dam? If no, it will be returned to the main menu. Well, unless I get downloadable content, I won't be able to continue. Although I guess even if I had DLC, I guess I'd never... I guess once Hoover Dam's done, the game's just over. So if I load... System save. That must be before I decided to accept the Hoover Dam questline. Alright, so I don't know what to do now. I can either continue with some more Fallout New Vegas while we're waiting for Skyrim in the next, what is it, probably another 2 weeks, week. It comes out in 11 days or so, 12 days. So I can either continue doing random quests, exploring, maybe save Rex and do a couple other things, just random quests, maybe try and find all areas. I got the Explorer quest. I could try and find every area on the map, or I could just focus on just doing King Arthur to fill the gap until Skyrim comes out. I don't know. Comments down below. Do you want to see more Fallout New Vegas? And just, I guess, what do you want to see of Fallout Vegas, or do you think maybe just King Arthur for the time being? I don't think everyone likes King Arthur, though. There's a group of people that like it, but it's really just filler. I don't know what to do. Okay, well, for now, though, this is Tolhi signing out. Later, guys.